We turn now to Deflategate. Did New England Patriot equipment managers violate league rules by intentionally deflating footballs in last year's AFC Championship game against the Indianapolis Colts in order to make them easier to throw? And did their star quarterback Tom Brady know about it? Last week, a report prepared at the request of the league found that two Patriot equipment managers had spoken about deflating footballs for Brady in the past. And to talk about what this means for the league and the Super Bowl champion Patriots, we're joined now by Derek Bell, the NFL columnist for USA Today, and again, Mark Leibovich. We asked him to hang around because, Mark, you wrote a profile of Tom Brady earlier this year in the New York Times Magazine and did a lot of reporting on him. Jarrett, let me just talk to you first. Do you think we're going to see some kind of resolution of this? Will there be any penalty handed down anytime soon?
Oh, I think so. I think probably by the end of this week, this coming week, we'll have some sort of resolution. Now, this thing has lingered on for quite some time with the Wells report, the result of over 100 days in putting together the investigation. I think we're talking about a potential suspension for Tom Brady. I think we're talking about some type of financial fine on the New England Patriots as an organization. And we may also be talking about some loss of draft pick. I think it's that serious to that level. And just real quickly, we're talking about an integrity of the game issue, and we're talking about something that occurred in the championship game. And when you look at what the league has done in recent cases for violations of on-the-field situations, which not to be confused with some of the personal conduct things that have happened in recent times that have gone in different degrees. We're talking about an on-the-field matter. The league has been pretty consistent in how it's tried to hand out some of those punishments. You look at the Cleveland Browns general manager, who is suspended for 4 games, the Atlanta Falcons president, Rich McKay, who's booted off the competition committee, loss of draft pick, things like that. So I think when you start considering what's happened, we're going to see the Patriots get hammered pretty hard.
How did we get to this? The teams bring their own footballs. I mean, I just don't get that. I mean, because I grew up in baseball, and I know the umpire looks at every single ball. They're there for him, and they inspect them, they go over it. Why did we come to this that the teams in football, and I know they do it in college too, they bring their own footballs to play with?
Yeah, and the officials actually inspect the footballs, and they supposedly pass muster. And in this particular instance, what happened after the officials inspected the balls until the time they got on the field, something happened, something changed, and that's where we point the fingers at the equipment managers. But to get to your point, Bob, I think there's an easy fix in this, and we saw it in the Super Bowl where the NFL kind of, amended its policy on the spot. Let the independent people handle the footballs.
Yeah, well, I mean, once they get to the game, then the referee should have custody of the footballs, it seems to me. And this, Mark, what about this? So you did a big piece on Tom Brady. Is this about more than just what happened here?
I think clearly it has become more than what's happened. I mean, sports fans in particular, like black and white issues. They want winners, they want losers, they want certainty. And unfortunately, or fortunately, I think the reality of football, baseball, all sports is that it's participated in gray areas. There are a lot of rules that are bent, that are perhaps manipulated before every game. I really do. Look, you mentioned the Cleveland Browns situation, the piped-in noise situation in Atlanta. I do put this on the level of maybe a parking ticket. I do think people want to make this about something bigger.
Well, is any of it because some fans just don't like Tom Brady?
Oh, of course. He's a great hero and he's a great villain. He's good looking, he's rich, he's the best quarterback, I think probably in NFL history. He's got a beautiful wife. I mean, I think he's a very, very easy and compelling target.
Yeah, but see, I don't really think that that's the issue here with Tom Brady. I'm a big Tom Brady fan too, to tell you the truth. But when you're talking about having rules, having a championship game, and crossing the line, if you're the NFL and you don't come down on the Patriots, and how hard they come down, the severity of the penalties, yeah, we can debate that. But they definitely have to protect their integrity, because if they let this slide, then we don't want to hear anything else about having a level playing field, about having the integrity of the game being the important thing, because you've got to enforce your
Here's
rules.
what I think should happen. Okay, I just thought of this as we're sitting here. Give him a 1-game suspension, and switch the opening game. Instead of playing the Steelers, they should play the Colts, because they're playing the Colts later in the year anyway. Make them essentially replay the AFC Championship game at Foxborough Stadium, opening night of the year, with the Patriots' backup quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, first of all, it would be great for ratings. It might be fair, maybe fine them a little bit. That would be my fix.
Creative discipline, I like that.
Don't you like that?
Creative discipline. All
It's
right.
doable, though, right? So,
All right. Thank you all both for being here. It is something that people want to know about, and I think the integrity of the game requires that they do something here. Like in baseball, you hit the other guy, you're out of the game, and you might get suspended for a period of time. So there is an enforcement of the rules. So it's good to have both of you here to talk about that. We'll be back with a look at some history in the sky over Washington.